drag queens are raising money for Gaza refugees. A unique celebration of Sukkot unfolded in Brooklyn's Maple Street's community garden, where Full Moon Drag, a troupe of Jewish drag artists, constructed a sukkah adorned with poppies, keffiyehs, and a Free Palestine banner. This makeshift shelter became the stage for the event Hot to Rot, where 100 attendees came together for an evening of performance, solidarity, and activism. The event raised $2,000 for Equality for Flatbush and for Denizen Society. Equality for Flatbush is a local mutual aid organization fighting for housing justice and against police violence. While Denizen Society provides housing and food to Gazan refugees. Opening the night was Harsh Bay, played by Ariel, who performed Lady Gaga's Come to Mama, symbolically welcoming ancestors and the audience into a Jewish community. Reflecting on the troupe's identity, Ariel added, quote, "The way I see it, proud anti-Zionist queer Jews like us represent a spaces that Jewish left is craving and actively creating," end quote. This event was a celebration of what it means to build a Jewish community centered on justice. At sunset, the troupe and attendees disassembled the sukkah together, ending the event as a united group in Crown Heights. And in this turmoil in the Middle East, this is probably one of the it's a tiny, tiny piece of good news, but good news nonetheless.
Yeah. Although I have to wonder, it does sound fascinating, but I have to wonder, $2,000, not sneezing at any amount, but $2,000 seems like a low amount of money raised. So you have to wonder if there were people who just actively avoided it or who just didn't contribute.
Well, this is why I pull my dollars out and I tip the drag queens, and we should continue to tip them because you never know where these dollars are going. Mm-hmm. This is a positive event. They're not murdering and assassinating presidents. They are handling business, being thoughtful, being mindful, giving back to people in different countries, let alone in front of you. You never know what this dollar could save another drag queen or another trans or another gay, lesbian. It helps. Tip them.
I think it was really wonderful both for this group to do this, but also, I will actually praise both Hotspots News and I believe it was The Advocate or the Out magazine, same company, but they did this original story. And it's nice to see queer media be open to doing these sorts of articles because so much of mainstream media has been a little hostile towards reporting on both the sheer number of Jewish activists that have been coming out to be anti-war and calling out the Israeli government, but also just any discussion on Palestinians as human beings and trying to humanize them. Like, it's considered taboo in some circles to humanize Palestinians, which is just absolutely mind-boggling to me.
It's a very tightrope to walk as for anyone, any kind of known person in the media. You say something pro-Gaza, there's going to, especially as a politician, AIPAC is coming to you like a herd of elephants.
Cancel.
On the other hand, if you say anything pro-Israel, or especially pro-Zionist, you get the backlash from the other side. So
Cancel.
So a lot of celebrities, a lot of people who are well known for their political opinions just stop saying anything.
It's not an equal
I know
thing.
It's not an equal thing.
No offense to the Israeli people, but they have more than enough weapons to do whatever they want to the people of Gaza, and sadly they are. Whereas the people of Gaza are not it's a very huge power imbalance. So it's like one group, the issue with the money, with the aid, the scary thing is we're not even sure if aid can get into Gaza. The U.S. administration, the White House has been very aggressive trying to stop, they've not wanted to stop giving Israel arms, but they might have to over just how hard it is to get humanitarian aid into Gaza.
There's a horrifying story that came out, I think yesterday or today, that Israeli-American businessman is testing this technology of rounding up all the Palestinians and put them in enclosures, then use AI to decide if they're armed or not, and using Blackwater, or now known as something else, but Blackwater, the mercenary company, they essentially just shoot them if they even suspect them to be terrorists.
And AI has been so good for the city of New York when they started AI scanning if people have a gun, that they got 130 people and none of them actually had guns. AI is always
technology.
Great. But, the one other point I'll make on this, people also should really understand, with this Jewish group, when you actually look at who in this country gets arrested for protesting for Palestinians, it's mostly Black, Muslim, and Jewish. Those are the three groups of people that are overwhelmingly arrested in this country on this. And people need to start understanding that issue.
Exactly.